Was quite the touchdown maker for the Ravens last year on this kind of range. 2 yards out, they go to him. Edwards, and the Raiders wise to it, and they stop him. Adam Butler, one of those blocking the path.
Chargers are going to win a lot of games if they can run the clock to go score and then just have Herbert do one play. Oh my gosh.
My goodness, this is going on and on.
Oh, whoa.
Quentin Johnston is a one-on-one. It was Marcus Epps and Quentin Johnston. It is still going on.
Neither one of these teams are going to back down, but you got to be intelligent. We don't know how severe it was down there. Crosby's frustration showing. I can tell you right now.
Harbaugh is out there.
Yeah. Well, Harbaugh's always involved if there's a little skirmish. He's going to get in there and possibly, but he's telling his guys to get out of there smartly.
I think it was a pair of ones right here. No, let's see. It's Palmer.
After the play, the try was no good. We have
Palmer
offsetting
and Epps.
unsportsmanlike conduct on the Raiders, number 18, and the Chargers, number 5. Those fouls are going to offset.
And then Quentin Johnston got in the middle of it too, so. See what started it. Just well after the play. Epps and Palmer.
It's just frustration on the Raider side, and then once you do that, Palmer's going to retaliate, but you're both going to get flagged just holding on.
Gene, there's going to be some a lot of examination of these different camera angles this week.
Yeah, they will, Jim, and they may even at this point now, because there is.
How about that move, by the way, the two cuts?
Yeah, made to get in there. Now look at this.
Look at the whole team comes over. That's both of these teams, though. They're going to have each other's backs. I just kind of want them to do it smartly.
Disley and Wilkins.
It's so ejected. 5 and 18. So Palmer for the Chargers.
Jack Jones.
Jack Jones.
For that kickoff. As we first go to this was again the 2-point conversion where the fracas unfolded after it.
Najee Harris, big hole. And Najee Harris, 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons to begin his career. Rumbles forward for 8. Tough physical runner. Helmet came off at the end of the play and a little extracurricular.
Yeah, take a look here late. Najee Harris gets his helmet ripped off by Jesse Bates, the safety. I think that's what started the scrum. You see Harris, he got up. He wasn't too thrilled about it. Where are you going? You got to see.
Starting running back. Sanders worked in between. He's in there as the pass is short. Thielen with the catch, and here we'll get a flag. It's getting a little tepid down there.
Well, that's one. I mean, you're always trying to take some positive out of a game like this. 37-3, not a lot of positives you can take, but guys rallying around. Adam Thielen's been around the league for a long time, 1,000-yard receiver last year, had 103 catches, and he's one of your guys. And get a late hit like that. I love seeing some of those offensive linemen rally around. They still are supporting one another, still flying around for one another. And I understand that hasn't been good so far.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 98 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
It's just one of those things that shows you that it matters to us, right? It matters to us. I know.
33, Kelsey time. Mahomes faked it to him, gonna run it and get it. First down. And hit on the sideline. No flag thrown that I see. As the pushing and shoving and the angst between the two sides continues. But Heads back to their huddle. Here's what started it all with Roquan Smith.
Looked like contact outside the white. I mean, inside the white, whatever, out of bounds.
So the quick strike from the pack. Eagles with another chance. Hurts over the middle, incomplete. Tight coverage by Alexander on A.J. Brown. A little pushing and shoving after the fact. Alexander told us before the game this receiving core is elite. A fast start by this defensive backfield was going to be necessary, and they certainly had that in the first quarter, but Philadelphia's found some rhythm here in the second.
It's a low throw, pretty tight coverage by Alexander. These two matched up against each other when they matched up in 2022. He lined up against A.J. Brown.
Aggression, Jim. Get the ball out. Don't focus on one guy.
Here he gives it to his back. Zamir White, and he gets no gain. It'll set up 3rd and 1. I think what really got me thinking about some of the guys like Stabler of the past is when Antonio Pierce called Minshew a junkyard dog.
Speaking of junkyard dogs, they're going at it right now, and this is what you would expect when you talk.
Here comes some pressure from the Bears. Trying to find an alley. Tony Pollard gets the first down. The type of quality run that he had consistently with Dallas, as Tyreek Stevenson and Treylon Burks are getting physical with one another. Nicholas Petit-Frere and Darrell Taylor have to come into break. A toss to Harris, bounces to the outside. Najee Harris toppled inside the 10. Stopped by Hughes, that close to busting it. You're talking about that O-line, and I'll hold that thought because flags are flying here. Flags are flying after the play with some pushing and some shoving.
This might, if this is on Broderick Jones, the right tackle of the Steelers, this is a huge penalty. Because remember, if it's on the Steelers, they're going to go back 15 yards. If it's on the Falcons, it's half the distance to the goal. It's a 2-yard penalty versus a 15. This is, depending on who this personal foul is on, big difference when you're inside the 5-yard line, inside the 10-yard line, call it. All right, so you see Grady Jarrett pushes there at the end.
2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Active play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 77. Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 93. That's both players' first unsportsmanlike of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it for Grady Jarrett. I didn't really think Broderick Jones did anything that bad. I mean, we can take another look at it, but he came in to stand up for his guy who he felt got cheap-shotted. Grady Jarrett threw a hand to the face mask.
And for Love last year here in Seattle on 2nd and 8. Back to the ground game. Denver's got a first down with McLaughlin. It's a 15-yard burst as he gets into the teeth of that Seattle defense. And he's letting them hear it about it.
Really, you call this play duo, 2 double teams. And just a really nice job of clearing out that hole for McLaughlin, who's able to just sprint and get into that secondary. Really touchdown-saving tackle back there for Julian Love, but I think both coaches, Mike McDaniel, his football team came out on that.
Likely. A lot of Chiefs red shirts are waiting. It's a gain of 5. Melissa?
Yeah, Mike, I've been watching Lamar Jackson down here. After that fumble, he came over to the bench and addressed the entire offensive line. It's as fiery as I've ever seen him. A lot of words I can't repeat, but just a very passionate speech and showing those leadership skills that John Harbaugh told us have grown immensely this year.
Yeah, he's really
drive. Stephon Diggs had a 10-yard reception. That puts him over 10,000 yards for his career. The 8th active player to reach the 10,000 mark milestone, and named a captain in his first season. Bobby Slowick telling us that Diggs is
back deep to receive for the Cardinals. First punt for the Bills, end over ends, and Dortch is stopped across the 20 at the 21-yard line. Cam Lewis made the tackle. Tied up at 17 after a 51-yard punt. A little shoving at the end. The Cardinals will have it when we get back.
And get it upfield. Brown and Alexander matched up. Oh, Hurts fumbles the snap. Green Bay's right there. They jump on it. 2 turnovers in this opening quarter from Jalen Hurts as it's taken right back for the second straight drive.
Well, again, the first game since 2014 without Jason Kelsey as the center. Cam Jurgens snapped this ball too soon. Jalen Hurts was not ready for the snap. There was pressure right over his nose. Cam Jurgens, you can see Jalen Hurts is looking up. The ball comes too soon, and he's not ready for it. There was a lot of bodies right around Jurgens, right on his right shoulder. He snapped it too soon, and Hurts was not ready. And the second turnover of the game for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Devontae Wyatt says, yeah, I'll take that. And here's the conversation between quarterback and center. Jalen Hurts told us that he had already built a relationship.
Groin injury. Oh, fumble! Lost the handle. And the Giants have recovered.
Not that to put the whole weight of the team on his shoulders week in, week out.
The Raiders ready to pounce. Herbert in trouble. The ball comes out with a flag down. It's swallowed up by Slater on the recovery, and he gives a little shove in the back to Wilkins.
Again, drop 8 into coverage. Field steps up, lets it go, and it's Pickens right by the marker. Let's see where they spot him. George Pickens has emerged into one of the top receivers in the league. Looks like he's going to be a little short.
And that's the best ball he's thrown so far here early in this game. We've seen him be a little off target, Justin Fields. But that was a great throw. Nice job by George Pickens winning one-on-one. And they're going to go for it here on 4th and short. That's a no-brainer. Oh, now they're moving the chains.
All right.
All right, now they're
pretty easy. You see Caleb excited. He's going to win a game with a 55.5 rating and 92 yards through the air. Not quite how you drew it up with all the hype coming into Chicago. But hey, it'll work. And that doesn't happen very often.
Emptied it out. Mahomes out of the pocket, on the run with a downfield block for the first down near midfield as they get him with a flag on the sideline as they went low. As he went out of bounds, there's also a flag back where the block happened as well. I don't know if there was a hold there on the edge. Let's check these flags here. Two separate ones, 22 yards apart.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, offense number 4. Personal foul, late hit out of bounds for 32. These penalties offset. Replay second down.
Was she right on the hold?
Yeah, no doubt here. It sort of gets his arm wrapped around it. But the killer on the back end is Marcus Williams, because he's going to dive at the feet of Mahomes here. And that was just...
First down from the 16. Flags down. Cousins down. Ball is on the ground, and T.J. Watt's got it, but this is probably going to get overturned by the penalty. It looked like somebody got a head start there, and it might have been the man that wound up on the ball.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I want to take a look at it because some can tell by his reaction he thought he timed that one up perfect.
Kill McGarry's saying, no, he doesn't have a case. He's T.J. Watt. He doesn't need a head.
He might not have his normal athleticism, but he was hot on that drive.
And he's got a tight end. Anytime you got a tight end, you're in good hands.
Play clock running down again. Off in time. Jackson taking off again. And just a couple of yards as Jalen Watson was waiting as his third quarter comes to an end. Second and long on the other side. Kansas City scores the only point.
Fuck you, bitch! Antonio Pierce. 1st and 10. There's White. White breaks the tackle, and he gallops for another 12 or 13.
Well, I like, there's the chippiness again, but I like the fact that the coaching staff, he got thrust in at the last minute.
That was week 2 against Kansas City here.
And he knew ball like he was a 4th or 5th year player.
Gus Edwards gets the call. No gain. Edwards has been bottled up in this one. 7 carries for 9 yards.